United Adventure Company presents, in its third and final season, Welcome Home. Taking our adventurers to strange new lands. Introducing new foes and enemies. Revisiting the ancient homelands. Battling remembered monsters. Even the ones within ourselves. Our heroes find themselves in a new city, towers, and wonder. The forces of balance once again charge forth towards our heroes. Our heroes rise to meet them on the battlefield. Who shall conquer all? Who lays a finger on the scales of balance? Find out this and more on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/United Adventure Company. Sure. I'm ready. We're ready. We're back. We're back. We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's United Adventure Company, and we are back here with your favorite folks and some of my favorite folks. We're back with RB, LK, and Two Wolf Design. Looks like we got some stream quality issues going on, though. Sorry about that.
No, it's all fine.
So it's good on y'all's end? We're not all pixelated?
No, it looks fine.
No? It is for me.
No, it's okay.
Weird. Okay, it must just be me.
Yeah, it's just you.
Whatever.
Whenever there's a doubt, it's always Billy.
That's right,
Yep.
because hashtag Billy broke it.
Hashtag Billy broke it.
Humble dungeon master. Very, very humble dungeon master.
No,
Here
it's
for
not.
you
He is nowhere near humble.
to bring you season 3 of Welcome Home. You've waited 6 long months for this very episode. We're back, and we're going to do our best to give you some fun. But first, a couple of quick announcements and shout outs. I have got to say that this is one of my new favorite things that I have on my gaming table right here.
What's that?
It's a dice tray from Richard Brooks Woodworking. What an amazing, beautiful, look at that. I just rolled a 19, a natural 19 on the first roll. Just cold rolled that die. Didn't even warm it up. A 19. These are beautiful, beautiful. If you would like to get one of these yourself, head on over to richardbrookswoodworking.com. They've got them on the website, in the store, as well as, I believe, working on some dice towers and some other styles of dice trays. One that doesn't have the little dice storage here, I think, launched today. So go check it out, Richard Brooks Woodworking. There's the link in the chat. Hey, Diamond, welcome home.
Welcome, Diamond.
And welcome home, because you just got home from your trip.
What?
Welcome. We missed you earlier today. Sorry
Yes,
you weren't
we
able to
did.
join us for Tales from the Loop conclusion, but you can go see all the debauchery that they did. There we go again. OBS disconnecting and reconnecting. It's going to be annoying, y'all. It's going to be really annoying when it does this. Strange things. All right, that's enough of the dice tray, but hey, head on over there, get yourself one. They're very reasonably priced, and I hear a rumor that there's going to be a United Adventure Company version of this. Hopefully, and we may actually give one of those away on the stream. I've got to work with the craftsperson themselves about how to cover the cost for that, so that they actually earn the money that it takes to do this. But that's how you can help as a viewer. Join our Patreon page. Down in the description below is the link to our Patreon. You can help by $2, $5, $10, $25, whatever you want to give per month. That will help to go for things like dice trays that we want to do giveaways on, and dice and things like that. So make sure that if you want to help out, every little bit counts. Like I said, from $2 all the way up to $25 or more. And hey, maybe you don't want to make a monthly contribution. That's okay. You can still tip us. Leave us a one-time donation. Down there is a link to tip us. So go right ahead. Do that now while you're thinking about it. It's on your mind. Drop us a couple bucks. Help us out. Hang out with us. Talk with us. Talk about the game, this game, or other games that we play here on the channel in the Discord. And that link too, down there in the description. Check it out, Discord. I know a few of you are already there, but hey, if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and click the link. Join the Discord. We'd love to have you. Oh yeah, the Patreon page. I talked about you joining it, but hey, we've got people already on there. So I want to say thank you to those folks for helping us already out. Aaron, Nathan, Two Wolf Design, and Lord Thorin, thank you so much for your continued patronage. Over the last 6 months, while we've been on this hiatus, we've been able to do some great things with those funds that you've graciously sent to us. We've bought some modules for the channel. We have bought some merch for the channel giveaways. We've got some dice giveaways done. Thanks so much to Diamond Anvil for donating your dice giveaway codes. Hey, Thorin, welcome. Welcome, Thorin. Glad to see you here. Wow, everybody's kind of jumping on. Wow. I guess y'all are excited, huh?
They missed us.
Did y'all want to play some Dungeons and Dragons today?
Nah.
Is that why y'all came? No? Okay, well, thanks for joining us, everybody. No, I do believe that this cup of coffee is finally kicked in.
Veil just is thirsty for blood, so, you know.
Hey, you know what? While we're on the subject of Veil, One of the things that I did during the off season was I had something made for Veil.
Oh.
And I'm going to share this live on stream. RB has not seen this.
Wait, what is going on here?
I'm going to send you something that I had made for Veil in the
I-
Discord, and then I'm going to share it on the stream. It is nothing provocative, I hope.
Oh, well, now I'm disappointed.
Well, you might find
Yeah, I
it
know,
provocative.
right? Jeez.
Where did I save it?
Oh, now we lost it.
Oh,
I'm
now
never
I
going to
lost
see
it.
it now.
I lost it. Where is it? No, it was really cool. I don't know how many of you know, but RB and I are friends IRL and very good friends. We've known each other for a long time. Shoot, a long time. Don't count. It makes me feel old.
I don't have that many fingers. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I
And
do.
anyway, we always like try to take care of each other and do cool things with each other. So, RB, I had something made for your character. Your character is the only original character from the campaign left as well. Dang it. I had this all set up. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I got this all queued up. I tell you what, I will send it to you, but I will go ahead and share it on the stream because I do have it queued up on stream. And then
Okay.
everyone will get to view this at the same time. I would like to say thank you to one of our Discord members, Yak, who's over in New Zealand. Thank you so much for your artwork. Veil of Shadows is unveiled. Rick, I'm going to send this over to you in an email. I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
I have it in the email. I hope.
I don't see anything on the stream. What happened? Oh, there it is. Oh.
I had some new character art made for Veil.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, good. Whew. Whew.
I
can't
like
return it. It's already paid for.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
So thanks, Yak, for that. We really appreciate your artwork and your talent. Did a great job. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. We're going to go ahead and get into game. I'm going to send this over to you, RB.
Okay.
And you can make it your token, character art, whatever. This is yours. Thank you so much for always being in my campaigns, always being an awesome friend. You've been there years and years playing Dungeons and Dragons, and that one's for you, buddy. It's on me.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And I would rather play Dungeons and Dragons with no one else. So.
Oh, good. You said else. I thought you were just going to say no one. Almost broke my heart.
No one else. No one else.
All right. We're getting emotional here. It's time to move on.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. It's been too long, folks. It's been too long. When we last left our anti-heroes, they had just returned to Karnangothar, received a message. The whole entire council there at Karnangothar had received a message from the Order of the Sacred Grove, Willem Gooseberry, requesting an audience for negotiation of peace and compromise, to which our anti-heroes and the council were suspicious and had taken some time to respond. The request was for the neutral site of Ashix, the bastion of Ashix the Dire. Some time has gone by. Ultimately, Lady Story, though cautious, agrees to the possibility of peace talks with the Order of the Sacred Grove. Also, going on in the background, strange. I'll have to fix that shortly. The music's not playing on stream, I don't think. So I'll have to fix that. I think I know why. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, that's why. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for the dead airspace there. No? That didn't fix it. Okay, I'll fix it later. Y'all can hear the music. The stream can't. Strange. Strange indeed. The meeting place of the Bastion of Ashrix the Dire was chosen. Lady Story agreed hesitantly, cautiously, smelling a trap of some kind, perhaps. What are y'all's thoughts on this? She definitely would have leaned into you for it to discuss. Of course, she made the decision herself, but
Oh, I believe we can make this work to our advantage. We know the turf. We know the person in charge. We have allies there. And I haven't killed anybody in a very long time.
Well, if you had allies there, why would that be the location that Gooseberry would want to meet? Are you sure that they're actually your allies?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
People change sides all the time.
I don't think Clark's going to change sides.
I don't know your friend, so I can't say, but it would be a good time to try out my new toys.
Yeah. But anything they try, we should never trust. But hey.
Oh, no. No. Trust no one.
indeed, trust no one. Marshall and the rest of the council all agree it is suspicious that suddenly Gooseberry would want to have a treaty conversation of that has never been on the table before. So why suddenly now? You know, a lot of people are questioning this. Matches
Who does he
is
want
out.
there?
What's that?
Who does he want there, though?
He wants me. He wants me there.
Well, I mean, like Lady Story and all the higher ups, all of them in one place at one time with them. That don't sound good.
No, he's asked for, you know, the correspondences have gone back after the initial acceptance was sent. Obviously, there's been negotiations of who's going to go, who's going to represent each side. He is personally going to represent the Order of the Sacred Grove, and is very interested in being there firsthand. However, through correspondences back and forth, obviously he understands the reasons why Lady Story may not want to come and send a representative, so willing to accept people on the behalf. So, of course, Lady Story looks to the four of you to take that banner and go over to the Bastion. You do have a friend there, dice tray.
Clark. Stupid background.
And Clark is there. You can send a message out to see if Clark, you know, is still neutral.
Okay.
There are also Matches has gone out and is training some of the troops. Some of the people that have shown up, you know, at Karnangothar has become a refuge for people all over the realm to flee. There's been a lot of uptick in fighting around the realm. So there were also the rumors that there was a new god lurking in the distance, in the shadows. That he was looking to overthrow your god.
And I remember the name of this god, but for everybody else's benefit, you know, make sure that they remember what the name of the god is as well, please.
Malar. I bet you thought I forgot.
Yeah, that's it.
I bet you thought I had forgotten.
Oh no, I knew you.
Malar. It's actually
Malar,
not even in the show notes.
Of course, it's Malar.
It's Malar. Malar, king of the beasts, is a young lesser god that's been kind of slowly working his way up the ranks, and now has made it to the top and is looking to challenge for control over all were type. So there's a battle in the gods that's about like lurking, it seems. Then you also have Clarissa, who's been a person of interest with all of you. Not sure where she stands, what her motives are, what her goals are, but you know she's out there. During this time, also, there was a funeral for Brata, the fallen warrior. That was a pretty sad time for Veil. It's the last of his friends.
He's still messed up.
Yeah. Matches is training. Yes, be very afraid of Matches training. It usually ends with fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a command to launch anything. That's literally like flame and explosion fire.
Yes.
In fact, during this time, Amaranthe, you get an invitation to meet Clarissa for tea. And the others are also invited to come along if they would like.
Oh, I will absolutely take Clarissa up on this offer.
I haven't seen Clarissa in a while. I'd like to see what's up.
Toox going along as well then. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right, cool.
Never split the party. Last time we split the party, we all died almost.
Almost. Actually, a couple of you might have actually died and been brought back
yeah.
to life.
Yes.
Does that make you zombies?
Why not? I'm already a fucking cat werewolf, so, you know.
Yes. All right, so we travel not far outside of Karnagother, under the cloak of darkness for protection, to a secret rendezvous location. Clarissa has set down the tower. She stands outside, an oil lamp in hand, waiting for you to arrive. You see it glowing in a clearing, the trees not far away.
Until I'm sure it's Clarissa, my hand is very firmly on my crossbow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do eventually recognize Clarissa there. You see her. She's, oh, wonderful. Worried for a moment. I didn't know if you would come, but I'm glad you're here. Come on in.
Well, of course I would come, Clarissa. Why wouldn't I come? Powerful women get to talk to each other very infrequently.
This is true. This is why.
Vale just rolls his eyes.
Vale's just a product of the patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the petriarchy.
Patriarchy, yes. Yes,
The
The
catriarchy.
catriarchy.
Sure.
The catriarchy.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
It got worse.
It
I
got
will stop.
worse. Yeah.
give it a minute. It'll get even worse from here.
It'll get even
Sure
worse.
of it. It'll worser. Yeah.
Cool. And as you step in to the warmth of Clarissa's tower, there's not much has changed. It's still very much a library inside. The books all there. She's cleaned up a bit though since your last time. The tables are not scattered and covered with books, but a service of tea for 4 is set. She says it's a shame Matches couldn't join us, but who shall carry on? So tell me,
He's doing important work.
what's new?
Well, lots. But Amaranthe, I'll let you, since this is your soiree, I'll let you go first.
Oh, well, you see, this group found me, and I came along to help, and, you know, some of my toys were there, and, well, as of right now, the biggest thing that has changed is that Gooseberry wants to meet us at the Bastion of Ashix the Dire, and, I don't trust it.
Ah,
Lady Story is inclined to meet with him, but I can't help but feel that it is some sort of a trap.
Yeah, you would be wise to be cautious, indeed. Of course, I cannot meddle in the affairs. Oh, how silly of me. I can't tell you what to do, but I could say, yes, be cautious if your gut tells you that you should. Absolutely. You know, Gooseberry is one that has been around longer than any other leader of the order, so.
Interesting you would say that. Like, how much longer than any other leader of the order?
And how?
It seems
Like, unnaturally long?
not necessarily unnaturally long, no. Most of the leaders of the order last 12 years at the most, and he's been there actually about 40, almost 42 years now. So much longer. It seems he has a way with the people there that they trust him. They believe in him, and he's a good leader for his people. He treats them fair and kind, and they follow him. To a fault at times, but they follow him.
Kind.
Yeah, he's super kind.
Strange, strange way to describe somebody who would go in and, just kill all of your pets and destroy your house and take everything you own just because you existed.
Like I said, he's kind to his people. The people who follow him.
I was one of his people once upon a time. You want to know why I'm not anymore?
Yes, please do tell. I'd love to hear this story.
Well, you see, I was an acolyte for the Church of the Sacred Grove, and I was a cleric, and I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but they kept overlooking me in favor of men to take my spot as the high priestess of the chapter. And then my acolyte, once I had advanced a little bit in the ranks, he backstabbed me. And he told them that I was working with undead creatures of all things. And it's not as though I was working with undead creatures yet at that point.
I see. So you, had a bit of treachery in your story, eh? It's a shame.
Yes.
Arthur. Amaranth, I've found that when people try to stab you in the back, just turn around and stab them in the gut. Look them dead in the eye when you do it.
Well, unfortunately, I had a soft spot for old Arthur, and I decided I was just going to go and spend my time alone and play with my toys in my own cave away from everybody else. But apparently he can't let bygones be bygones, and he's holding some sort of a weird grudge.
This Arthur guy, is he still around?
Well, he cleared out my cave a couple of months ago and destroyed everything I owned.
Good to know. I'll just file that one away in the back of my in the back of my head for a minute.
And I see the look you have on your face there, Veil. Yes, I imagine he is a player in all of this. Ex-lovers and whatnot.
Do you fancy a new pet?
And I kind of gesture out to where I left my zombies.
I mean, a new addition to your pets.
Arthur might make a good addition to the group.
Okay. See what I can do for you.
And again, any ex-members or dead members of the Order of the Sacred Grove would work well as part of my army.
I mean, you came to my rescue. You didn't even know me. You came to my rescue. So it's the least that I can do to repay you.
The enemy of my enemy. And all that.
She gets the bodies, I get the souls. We're all good to go.
See, it's perfect.
And I get to kill people. This is great.
Awesome.
Quite the trio, aren't we? You get to kill somebody, you get to steal souls, and I get to reanimate their bodies.
This is a partnership made of the things that make the world great.
Oh boy, I've created some monsters here, y'all.
No, we created them ourselves.
Yeah, actually, you created the characters.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just gave you the toolbox. Awesome. Well, Amaranth or Clarissa sits back. That's quite the interesting story. Do you know where Arthur is now? I suppose.
I have no idea. However, if you were to help me figure that out, I would be much obliged.
Well, I couldn't say for certain, but I may have overheard that he has worked himself right up alongside of, Mr. Gooseberry himself, being one of his
that's-
lieutenants within the order.
Well, I would expect as much from a backstabbing bastard such as him.
So what do you plan to do? You gonna take him out like he deserves in your mind, perhaps?
Given the opportunity.
Vengeance. Such
I
a
mean,
sweet gift at times.
If he likes to backstab, I mean, you can always just return the favor. That's only fair, right?
I'd rather see who's stabbing him.
We could ruin him in the eyes of everyone that trusts him, then kill him, then reanimate him.
I like this even more. The more we talk about this, the better it seems.
It's interesting how quickly things change with people.
Does this Arthur have a last name, perhaps?
Well, I might have to consult my notes on that one.
Okay,
Close, but didn't know the last name. That checks out.
that checks out.
Romantically close, didn't know his last name. No, sorry,
I
officer.
mean, it's Amaranthe. What would you expect?
Sorry, officer. No, he's my best friend, but I don't know his last name.
Fantasy name generator.
And Toox, what has have you been up to? I hear you had an audience.
Muted.
Yeah. An audience? Oh,
Yes, with your queen herself.
yeah. I'm just waiting to hear back from her, see when the training's done for the princess.
The dwarven princess?
Yeah.
See,
You left her there
Yeah,
with the Raven Queen?
of course. Why not?
It's dangerous. The Shadow Realm for such a young dwarven princess. That's a dangerous place to be.
I made it, so she should make it. I mean,
I see.
or she just wasn't meant to be.
Oh, yes, leaving it up to the fate. I understand, Toox. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps soon. Perhaps soon.
Yeah, we'll have to check in on that at the right time.
Indeed. And Clarissa pours another round of tea for everyone. So, what of matches? I hear he's building his army, and you have some ships
he's
now?
it's admiral matches now.
Oh dear.
He even has a big hat.
I better make a note of that because I don't want to get that wrong.
Oh no, he will not let you get that wrong. I guarantee it.
I'm sure.
Mhm.
I'm sure he will tell me right away.
And some
Yeah.
of them new ships he's found.
Oh yes, he's got some good ones.
Oh yes.
Well, we helped. We invaded the place where they were making them, and some bad things went down. My best friend died, but we ended up victorious, and we took over the entire operation. So now, Matches is an admiral.
Ah, yes. The Battle of...
Whatever that city was.
What was the name of that city? Toth? Hot Springs? I don't remember. It's in one of the books, and she points back over her shoulders. I'm sure. And since it's in the past, it's got to be in there somewhere.
Yes.
So, tell me the treaty with Gooseberry. You're really going to go through with it? You're really going to go through and sign this treaty? And
Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Go through, that might be a stretch.
I'm not so sure that we want to meet any sort of a peaceful conclusion to this, although I'm not above some treachery. By the way, his name was Arthur Lucerin, according to my notes.
Arthur Lucerin. Okay. I'll see what I can dig up on you. I have contacts.
ACOT.
Agot. Oh yes, the name of the little battle of Agot. That's correct. Agot.
Had to look at the map.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hmm.
And Veil, no issues lately?
You tell me, DM. Have I had any issues lately?
No.
Have we had any moons lately?
No, but soon the double moon will be full.
So yeah, so nothing on the individual full moons, but we're coming up on a double full moon, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, so we are. Isn't that when your orphanage would celebrate their hunt of the night and your god's feast? Yes.
Indeed.
It would be 2 years now since that fateful night?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 3? Perhaps it is 3.
And I
Could be
lean in
3.
real close. I'm listening.
Can I help you, Amaranth? Was there something you'd like to know?
What exactly happened? What are we concerned about happening to you on the full moons?
I'm not concerned about anything. I have 0 concerns. Whatever happens, happens. However, the form that you see right now may not be the form that I have on that particular day. We're just going to wait and see.
Oh, so you're aware of something.
I'm always aware.
Huh. Okay. What did you say your god's name was again?
Damn it. DM, what's the god's name?
Well, I was just sending you the email. You call me. I just sent you your character art, by the way.
It was
Okay.
Karan.
Karan.
Karan. wasn't
Karan.
it?
Yeah, Karan.
Yeah. Because I kept calling her Karen.
So, a wolf. You're a werewolf.
Fine. Yeah, I have a little bit of lichen in me, apparently. Apparently, when you reach a certain age, if you are an orphan at the orphanage where I grew up, then when you reach a certain age, you go through some trials, and apparently the end of the trials always ends the same. It ends with you being bitten by a lichen, and
But are you going
Here
to be
we
a
are.
werewolf or a werecat?
I'm a lichen.
Because if you're a werewolf, that'd be a kind of stinky cat, wouldn't it?
I'm a lichen. I don't really understand all of it. I just, yeah.
He's a cat that turns into a dog once in a while.
Cat dog.
It's fine. I'm not judging.
Remember, up until now, you haven't actually fully turned because Mother Sushin
Right.
gave you the antidote.
Correct. But also, I now know that I can never rid myself of this curse, so I might as well embrace it.
Yeah, that's the struggle you have. Go ahead.
Could we reschedule that meeting for the night of the twin moons? That would be
Possibly.
interesting. The hell? I mean, that would be a good night to test that out.
As good as that sounds, we're about to sit down with the Order of the Sacred Grove, whose sole purpose in life, apparently, is to rid the world of anything chaotic, which is me by default, but anything not their version of normal. I'm pretty sure that if we suggest that we change the date to the date of the double full moon, pretty sure they'll get suspicious of that.
Oh, absolutely. If I was them, I would. Doesn't mean we can't try.
Coincidence. It's just the date we picked off the calendar.
Uh-huh.
It's the first date that Admiral Professor Matches would be able to join us with his fancy, long, annoying title.
And his brilliant hat and shiny boots.
His hat and boots are big.
You gotta put the weight back. You gotta have her see him with the weight in the hat. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
When we put the weight in the hat.
Mm-hmm.
And Clarissa's just
It was
sitting
good.
back, watching you all interact, sipping her tea, enjoying the show that you are giving her.
Isn't this the real reason you invited us, Clarissa? You wanted to see us banter.
Oh, I love watching people talk. It's so informative. You learn so much by listening. It's interesting.
You are
Well-
correct, of course.
Vale, I do wish you all the best. I know that you have embraced this new gift. You have fought it for years and now you're willing to embrace it. I wish you all the best in your journey with that. Good luck.
Ah, thank you.
Toox, should you take the journey back to the Shadowfell, mind you take a torch. The shadows, they can sting.
Yeah.
And
But
Amaranthe. Oh, go ahead.
Shadows could be a good friend too.
Ah, they can. For the right kind, can step through them and end up in a whole nother place. Amaranthe, when the time is right and you're ready to take that next step, please
Yeah.
feel free to lean upon me for any knowledge you may need to gain. I have a wealth of information here on different subjects. One of them may interest you. I'm at your disposal.
What topic are you alluding to here?
Oh, you say you like to dabble with bringing things back from the state of dead, so, you know, a little necromancy, perhaps?
You have a book that you would borrow me.
Yes.
Mm.
You can ask
You
Matches of
require-
my terms. He can tell you what I require as terms for borrowing a book from the library. He's still owes me one, and it's overdue. I will come to collect soon. You look surprised. The
No,
leather.
surprised is the right word. Annoyed might be a better one.
Has he not shared this book with you?
I mean, he hasn't known me for very long at all. And I look at Vale and Toox. A book, matches.
He has a book that he borrowed from Clarissa a while ago. I don't know what book it is. I don't care.
He's the bookie. He's a bookie type. I mean,
He does
likes
like
all that
to,
reading and stuff like
yeah,
that.
all that boring reading stuff. He's into it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He'd rather study and learn new things and find new ways to blow things up and stuff than just going out and doing it.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for spending some time studying.
Yes.
However, I'm curious now. I have to ask him when I see him what this book is about.
Don't be surprised if he's unwilling to share. Just you may
He
want
would
to
be
tread
the type.
lightly.
He would be the type to not want to share his toys. I share my toys.
Yeah, but nobody really wants your toys. Not really.
Well, that's not my problem.
You just got to remember they got to stay in their own area on the ship.
You get used to the smell after a while, I promise.
Your toys are just creepy. Like they ooze stuff and jaws come disconnected, and it's just weird.
I mean, they're good for target practice, though.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Yes, in
Indeed.
fact, you've probably lent some of the fallen from different battles to to matches for training dummies. So you don't have to build training dummies. You can just reanimate or resurrect them again, whatever you need to do. Hey, Clarissa, so, well, this has all been an exciting, interesting story time. I appreciate you sharing with me. I'll be in touch soon, I imagine. Should you need me, you know how to call me. But it was great catching up with you all. And yes, Amaranth, please do seek me out should you need to gain some knowledge.
So I'm to take it that you will not loan me this book until after I've talked to Matches.
Oh, no, would you like to take a look tonight while you're here?
Yes, of course I would. You know me, Clarissa.
There are the stairs. They are your friend. They'll take you to what you need.
And I'm gonna go and walk up the stairs.
Yeah, and as you walk up the stairs, it feels like to you that either the stairs are moving or the walls are moving around you. Like things are shuffling. The books are moving around, and then everything stops. And there is a leather bound with gold elven writing, elven language writing on the spine book, and it's kind of almost glowing at you, like calling you out.
I'm gonna pick it up.
And it feels warm and soft in your hand, almost like the leather is freshly bound, new. And it is. Can you read Elven? I forget.
I'm high elf.
That's
so
what I
can read
thought.
Elven. Yeah.
Just it's been 6 months, so, and I did zero prep for tonight's game. Just being honest
Good
and
job.
real with y'all. So yeah, it is a book that you have heard legend of. So I try to find the right window. It's a book of necromancy. That you heard was lost to time. But
That checks out.
Is it that one? Nope. It's the Book of Necromancy. It's ancient tome of magic for the care and feeding of the undead. But it has some really ancient magic in it.
And I'll yell down, Clarissa, I'm going to borrow this book for a little while.
Let's discuss that.
Okay, let's discuss it.
So for anything to leave, as you walk back down, for anything to leave the library, something must be left in its place. It's doesn't have to be of equal value, of course, but something meaningful and something hopefully rare. Like a deposit. You'll get it back when you bring the book back, of course, but should you not return the book, then the item that you give belongs to me. And the library. Of course, it belongs to the library. Actually, I'm just a caretaker of the library. It's not really mine. So, yes. Yes.
All of a sudden, Vale is very curious. What did Matches leave for the book?
I don't have much of value here. As you understand, most of my stuff was stolen and burned. What I do have is this, and I pull out the Lantern of Revealing.
Oh,
Ooh.
that could prove very useful for you. Are you sure that you would like to leave that?
Well, otherwise, I could give you some candles or some common clothing or perhaps some vestments.
Yes.
I don't own much, you see, thanks to Arthur and his shenanigans.
You could leave her a couple zombies.
Well, they won't stay animated after I leave. You see, they require a daily injection of power.
Ah, yes, now I see why you seek more knowledge. Yes, absolutely. You sure there's nothing else of value you have? This is a kind offer. Doesn't have to be anything material, you know.
It doesn't have to be material. What kind of thing are you suggesting then?
You'd probably laugh, huh? But she gets this dark kind of grin on her face, and a raspy hiss of a whisper comes out. A piece of your mind. I mean, just your thoughts, perhaps? Knowledge that you gain that I may not have? And roll a perception to see if all of you to see how well you catch that. First roll of season 3. Use your new dice trays if you want.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's hear those dice.
All right, 25.
19.
19.
Yeah, you all catch the hiss, the raspy. Amaranth, you caught the look. You caught it all. There's something different about her all of a sudden. Something very dark, unsettling about her.
I'm going to ask her a question. Clarissa, I've been thinking about something, and it's something that honestly, I hadn't even thought about it forever. How's the Ooblex?
Oh, doing well, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been getting along quite well.
Really?
Yes.
She has an Ooblex.
Oh, yeah, she has an Ooblex.
Yes,
I've
it was
only
a
heard
it was a
tale of
gift
those.
from you all, and I really, really appreciate it. It's helped me so much.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
How are you? Just gonna ask. What are you feeding it?
Oh, you know, things that we find, random travelers,
Your mind,
you know,
your soul.
just things, people that we find. No one would miss them, of course, obviously. I mean, they're just, you know, vagrants and travelers that of little to no consequence. What are you getting at, Vale?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Just
I wouldn't dare touch anyone from either side of this battle, of this war. I know that the balance is weighed in the scales and everything has to be equal. You know I can't get involved like that.
Mm-hmm. So if there's a balance, so you have a balance to you too, right? Good and evil part to you.
Well, don't we all? I mean, that's a
No.
silly question. Everyone has a little good and a little bad, and you know it's a balancing act. You might let the bad overtake the good. You might not.
I know. One last question. Are you going to be at this meeting?
Oh no, I couldn't dare be there. I wouldn't dare. That would be
To
that would
keep
be
the balance.
interfering. No. See, I have to remain impartial. I can view from afar, but I can't. No, can't be at the meeting. I might be discovered, and that would be bad.
But you show up at other meetings.
Places where it is safe for me to be and watch from the distance. I even a near distance. I do attend. Like you said.
where is good old Ubi?
Oh, you know, he's downstairs in the room where I have him set up in his little container, locked away, just like you all, you know, gave him to me. Perfectly fine.
Insight check.
Okay.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, 15.
Yeah. Seems like she's telling the truth downstairs. So if you don't believe me, you can go check. He's dead.
No, I never did like that guy.
We'll let Matches check on him next time.
Yeah, at this point, again, storing in the back of my head here, I am going to check with Matches at the first possibility to, is there any way that Ubi the Ublex could corrupt Clarissa?
Okay. Gonna make a note of that.
Make a note of it. Well, Clarissa, it was. I mean, you guys have to work out the terms of this book, but you seem well. It was good to see you.
Likewise, Vale. It was excellent to see you. Always a pleasure to speak with. I really enjoy your company.
Okay.
And I hand the book back to Clarissa and I say, I'll look for this later. I want to speak with Matches, and I'm going to see if I can find something that is of suitable trade value for you. As you see, I'm not in the habit of sharing pieces of my mind with people.
Oh, dear, just a penny for your thoughts is all. Think of it like that.
Well, I think I will wait until there's something else that I can bring you in exchange for borrowing this.
Very well. It's your choice. Whatever you'd like. It'll still be here. Obviously, it's not going anywhere. Can't really go anywhere.
Oh, and I know how to find you, dear. It's fine. We can
Yes.
have tea another time.
I would love it. Tea another time sounds wonderful. But yes, I must be on my way. I do believe it's time for to move along. Overstayed my welcome here, perhaps. Maybe it's time to go on a little journey elsewhere. I'll be around though. Call me if you need me. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes, thank you, Clarissa.
And she'll usher you kind of out the door, shutting the door behind you. And you all off into the night, I suppose.
As soon as we get out of earshot of Clarissa, and I assume she's going to make the tower do whatever the tower does.
Thing and kind of fades into the darkness and
Goodbye.
She claims to be omniscient and all of that stuff. So she probably knows that I'm going to say this right now anyway, but I didn't want to say it in front of her. Something's off.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm glad that you decided to talk to Matches first, because I would like to know if she ever said your thoughts for the book to him. Like, number one, I don't know what he left. Number two, was that an option? Because I don't think he would take that option either. But
Well,
anyway.
After you mentioned that you had left an ooblex with her, then it's all the more suspicious. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
What else have we left with her?
I haven't left anything. As
Okay.
far as I know, the only one of us that has had any dealings with her specifically are Matches. And then there was that gal that she brought to the tavern the one night, the one that I was looking for that I was going to kill, and then I decided not to kill, and it was a big thing. But
Yeah,
even
she
that,
was there at the last meeting.
yeah. But even still, even with that, I think that was after we gave her the ooblex. So
Yeah, because I remember that because that was the one you ran into the first time you went down to the well.
Correct. So anyway, back to town, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
The interesting thing is that I did have a book that I could have traded her, but I'm not sure that I'm done with it yet.
Okay.
And I pulled the Demonomicon of Ilvig out of my bag.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only thing of value that I have for now.
Hmm.
And the lantern, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not done with this book, though. I'm not ready to trade it.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Oh.
Back to town, I guess.
All right. Back to Karnengother. You travel. It's not far. It doesn't take you long to get there. You're back in the city. You all have been staying kind of in the temple district with all the orphans and whatnot. Mother Sushin, Brother Tom. There's the memorial site to Brata. The children have been going through Veil, the upcoming trials. Mother Sushin comes to you.
Okay.
After you've kind of gotten back and gotten settled into town, you're sitting there doing whatever it is you do in the evening, kind of to unwind, relax.
Okay.
And she comes up, Veil,
Yes.
we need your help.
How may I be of assistance?
Well, it's almost time for the trials, and you being one of the eldest, now here with us, there's a role that you play in the trials.
And what is that?
Well, you remember your trials?
How could I forget?
Yes, ingrained in your memory, that you shall be ever vigilant. See, there aren't enough of us left to perform the full trials through the maze. It's gone. All of it's gone. She looks very sad and distraught. But perhaps we could build something similar nearby. Two things.
Sure.
We need you to scout an area that could work for that. And then, I know this might be a lot to ask you, but we need someone to act the part. Obviously, Brother Tom and I can't do it because we have to be the saviors now. It's just the two of us, with Sister Verona, and the others gone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be that? Can you be the one that helps continue the tradition?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Really, really glad to hear that, Vale. I know that this is a hard decision for you, and if it weren't the dark times that we're in, it would be very different circumstances. Perhaps we could let these traditions die. But
if you would have asked me to do this a year or two ago, my answer probably would have been different.
I understand.
But asking now, knowing what I know that I didn't know then, having the experiences that I've had, I absolutely can help.
Excellent. Do you think your friends could help as well?
Depending on what you want them to do, I suppose they could probably be of assistance, depending on what you need.
Well, we would need a sorcerer of sorts to build the maze. Of course, it has to rise and fall and change, and there are specific parameters that need to be upheld. And we would also need someone to be there to make sure that the children aren't just killed outright. You have to be able to restrain yourself, Vale, and only injure them to a healable state. You've never done this before.
I've never fully turned.
So I would want someone to be nearby to help ensure that they aren't destroyed. That we need them as soldiers in the army.
Well, this sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. Yes, I believe that we can. I believe that we can accommodate. I'll ask him, of course, but
That's all I
believe.
ask. If you would ask that they help, and then lastly, we need to recover some items
from
our old home. As you know, we had to leave in a hurry.
what do you need?
We need the ingredients for the potion that were in the herb shop, and there's a book that details the ceremony in its entirety, and also the spell scrolls for the making of the maze. They should all
Okay.
be in the library there at the orphanage.
Okay.
Could you return in time?
Yeah. How far out is the
You got about a
Twin
week.
Moons? Oh yeah, yeah. I can be back. I can be there. Like, what time of day is it right now?
It's night, so it's getting late into the night.
We can let me talk to my compatriots, and we can leave first thing in the morning, and I can be back as long as we find everything. We can be back the next day.
Sounds excellent. Then you'll let me know in the morning.
Yeah, of
Fantastic.
course.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vale. Your commitment to our order shall not go unforgotten. I assure you, the Quran will always know you are a devoted member of the order. Thank you for your sacrifices.
I don't like using words like devoted or anything like that. But I will help.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll go let Brother Tom know. He'll be thrilled.
And I will go talk to Toox and Amaranthe. I know Matches probably won't be able to make it because he's busy training up captains. I guess it's going to be captains for his ships. I don't know, but anyway,
Probably. It's fine. I don't think you'll need him.
I wouldn't think so either.
You don't need to burn the place down.
Right. Well, I hope not. One day maybe we'd like to move back there, but
Did we talk about moving them to the airfield?
well, right now they're. Right now, we talked about moving them to the either to the airfield or to the bastion. But anyway, we shall see. So, anything else that you need, sister, mother, sister?
No, Vale. No.
Mother, sister, aunt?
You have a wonderful night.
You as well. And at that point, I will take my leave, and I will go and find Amaranthe and Toox one more time, because I don't know if we actually separated or not.
I don't know.
Anyway.
What were Amaranthe and Toox doing while when you got back? What did you all decide to do?
I'm gonna spend some time with the Demonomicon
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
because I hadn't had a chance to yet.
Okay.
If we weren't doing anything the rest of the night, I probably would have gone off with the urchins, which aren't part of the orphanage.
Right. Okay. So, and Vale probably would have known that that's where you would be if you weren't busy doing anything else. So, I'll see if I can find you first, and let you know that hey, listen, I've got a favor to ask both you and Amaranthe. Mother Sushin just asked me for a favor, and I feel like it's the least that I can do. But I want to ask both of you at the same time. So do you have a little bit of time? Can we go find Amaranthe? And
Yeah,
okay.
just smell and we'll find her. I'm sure she's
Oh, yeah, I can-
around her.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, all I got is yep. Oh, she's over there.
I'm
So we'll go
surprised
and-
they let them in town, though. I mean,
mean, there's a whole thing about undead and.
I mean,
and
this is a vampire's town.
It's a vampire town, so.
I'm not there yet. So.
Yeah, it's a vampire town. It's, you know.
Yeah, as long as your sister isn't asking for us to be bitten or something.
Not you, no.
Because she has offered, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I already can change enough on my own. Do I need to do that change also?
Let's go find Amaranthe, and I'll tell you what I hope you guys will help with. So we go and find Amaranthe. Amaranthe, do you have a minute?
Yes, but I have a question for the two of you. I don't know that it's one that has an answer, but what manner of being do you think that Clarissa is? A god?
Gods don't typically. I mean, I'm not religious in any way, but gods don't typically dwell on this plane, right?
I mean,
Not dwell.
maybe not. I just have some things in my mind. That's okay. It's neither here nor there. We can talk about that later. What do you need, Vale?
Is there a neutral lich type thing? You know what I mean? Somewhere in that realm of things she could be. Not dead, but not living, not evil, but not good. If she says she's neutral.
Well, I do remember her saying at one point that this was a newer body, that before she was in a different body. So, I don't know.
I do want to check the Demonomicon to see if there's anything that sounds like Clarissa in here.
Okay.
So, I'm just curious. All right. So I need to make a wisdom check. All right, and that is 10 plus. Where's my wisdom? 3. So, wait, hold on. How does that work? Oh wait, 7.
And I looked
13.
and as she's looking through the book, I'll look at Vale and go, and the sword needs to be fed soon.
You might want to do that before tomorrow. Maybe. I don't.
Okay.
Because the favor that I'm going to ask of you two, I don't know that there's going to be anything available.
Right.
Okay, so
my favor is this. We are, as you learned earlier this evening, I am of lichen kind, as are everyone else in the Order of the Two Moons. We're coming up on the full double moon, and there is a rite of passage that is part of the orphanage's history that happens at that event. It's the same event that I was bitten, and several of my friends were bitten, and that's how we became what we are. And there is a new group of children who are of age, and this is an important event for the order. And I was wondering if you guys could help us with some preparation for that event.
oh sure, whatever you need, Vale, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you need.
Well, to start with, I need to go to the orphanage and gather some supplies that were left there because they left in a hurry. I don't foresee that there's going to be any issues with that. I have a way of teleportation that we can go in there first thing in the morning. We can spend the day there, find all the stuff, and then we can sleep there, and then the next day we can come back. Unless we want to try and do something different, but I can get us there and back within a full day, right? Once we get back, I need someone with magical abilities, and I look at Toox, that can help us to prepare a maze in an open area that will constantly shift and change. It's part of the trial. One of the things that we're going to the orphanage for is the instructions on what that maze is supposed to look like and how it's supposed to change and all of that stuff. And then also, because our ranks have been drastically reduced, we don't want the children to be harmed. But they've asked that I be the one to bestow the gift upon them. So
Now,
on the
if
night, go ahead.
Oh, no, finish. I'll ask my question after.
On the night in question, this will technically be my first time turning. I've never gone through it before. I've never had to deal with it before. I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on me. In order to be bestowed with the gift, you have to be bitten by someone who is of like and kind. They would like me to be the one to bite the children, but not kill them. So I need someone to make sure that I don't kill them.
So what? You just need somebody that can heal them?
No, I need somebody to make sure that I don't rip them to pieces.
Okay, that shouldn't be an issue. Should it, Toox?
No. Is being bitten a requirement of completing the maze or the ritual?
Yes.
If somebody decides they don't want to be bitten, what happens to them?
So when you go through the trial, you don't know that that's what's waiting for you at the end. That was my experience. That was Clark's experience, and Furbolg, and the rest of our group. That was the experience. When we went through ours, I was infected, Brata was infected, and so was Clark. Yeah. But Sariel and Furbolg were not. We tried to fight. That's the whole point. But the idea is that you're not experienced enough to be able to fend off, and that you will be bitten.
So you have no choice in that.
You really don't have a choice. No. I can't explain it. I've been this way for going on 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain it, but I lost everything. I lost everyone that was important to me when I was just a little kitten.
Mm-hmm.
They took me in. They raised me. They taught me everything that I know. And while I didn't choose this, if I did it again, I would. Because that was my family.
Mm-hmm.
Brata was my sister. Furbolg was my brother. I hated him, but he was my brother. So I wanted to eat Clark, but again, sister. So if I had to do it again,
Yeah.
I would.
And at a certain age, we're required to do the trial. Or
Yeah.
leave the
So
orphanage,
yeah.
right?
So each of these
You have a
kids
choice
now.
of doing the trial or leave the orphanage, correct?
Well, you're really not presented with a choice. You're raised to the point where you're going to, the objective is that once you achieve a certain age, that you're going to go through the trials and that you'll become a full member of the order. And you will represent the order in affairs of business, affairs of trade, affairs of negotiation, take on roles at the orphanage to raise up future generations, all of that stuff. Again, I'd do it again.
Hmm.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
cults. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair. I suppose it is a little culty.
Well, because you look at everything which is going on now. What makes, and don't take this the wrong way, but what makes that any different than the OSG then? They're forcing people to join them while you force these people which have no other choice to join and become something else. I mean, me changing when I want to is one thing. That's just part of who I am and how I was born. These, people dropped at an orphanage and then they're have no choice in the matter in the future, even though some haven't changed, I guess. It didn't take.
I'm not going to say that not having a choice versus having a choice. I'm not going to get into the philosophy of that.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is that the difference between the Order of the Two Moons and the Order of the Sacred Grove is we're not putting people to death that don't agree with us.
Right.
Now, if you come and attack us, that's another story.
Yeah. I mean, I guess can look at it as if they can't take care of themselves, they get what they deserve.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, I think
Train them well.
thinking this.
Yeah. Oh, it's just mental philosophy. I mean, we'll help you however you need us to help. And stuff.
Okay. Well,
by helping doesn't mean we get bit.
I can assure you that, well, okay. I can't assure you.
Because you don't know what you're going to do that night.
But you'll know that that's the end result, is that I become whatever were creature I am going to become, and that my objective is to bestow the gift upon our new adults.
Mm-hmm.
Your job, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to make sure that I don't go too far. I have known these children since they were children. And some of them I remember some of them from, before I even left the orphanage on our first mission. And these are good kids. And while they may have to wrestle with what they've become after the fact, they will see it as a gift.
Yeah. Some of this would have been nice to know before I recruited urchins into the orphanage. Just for my own personal side of things.
How about this?
We know now, so I know who to recruit and who not to recruit.
Yeah. If you believe that someone would truly be better off under the Order of under the Order of the Two Moons, send them our way.
Right. And I have.
If not, then that's fine.
Those that which have come, which needed the order, and stuff, I don't think they'll have a problem. In fact, it may help some of them.
All right. Well, I appreciate your help. I appreciate your thirst for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a good night's sleep. And first thing in the morning, let's Let's go to the orphanage. It's been a while since I've been there.
Indeed, it has. And what an appropriately titled track for that section, When Gods Pontificate by Dan Bowden on YouTube Music. So, When Gods Pontificate. That was great.
Wow.
I love it. I love
Good
it.
one.
Good one. Yeah.
Good one.
I've been knocking them out of the park today with the audio.
Sweet.
So, hey, I think this is probably a good time to take a break right here.
Okay.
We can take a quick break. We'll come back in a few minutes, and we'll jump right back into it, head back out to the orphanage. So while we're on break, go ahead, take advantage of this time, everybody, while we're on break, to click the links down in the description, join the Discord, join the Patreon, check out the merch store, and tell us how much you love us by supporting the channel and helping us grow. We'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back. Glad you hung out with us. Waiting, I see we picked up a couple new folks out there in the stream, and thanks for tuning in, folks, on the second half. Before we jump to the next day, I want to catch up with Amaranthe and Toox about what they were doing before Veil had the conversation with them. So we'll start with Toox. You said you made your way down to the urchins area.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just communing with the urchins, looking for
Yeah.
story? What?
Yeah, just talking and stuff, seeing if they've had any problems with anybody local, / checking with the city guard to see if they've had somebody which is causing problems.
Gotcha.
Kind of looking for taking care of it, personal issues.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, nothing standing out. Nobody's having any issues really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's since the large influx of refugees that have come to the city, there are far more people here than before.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for somebody which it wouldn't bother disappearing, for taking care of the sword's needs.
Oh,
Is what I was looking for information for. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can talk to folks and you can kind
Yeah.
of pick up a vibe on certain people if that's something you wanted to do.
Well, I have to feed the sword.
Yeah.
So I would just, I mean, somebody which has been picking on people or something, or causing problems for the city, and the city kind of like, well, we can't really do nothing about him, and they probably knowing my situation. So if you took care of this person,
Right.
type
Gotcha.
mode for us.
Yeah, still that's not really something that's happening though with the
Yeah.
urchins. Why is this so much louder than everything else? There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit for y'all. That one track is way louder than every other track. Yay, volume normalization. So yeah, nobody really, but you find, several people down on their luck, feel like they talk to you and they just, man, I just don't feel like I have anything to live for. Lost my home, lost everything. My farm got burned by the order. That kind of, you could easily pry one of these people out for a walk and feed the sword.
Yeah. And just kind of look at him and go, well, I can take care of part of that problem for if you really need it. And if somebody just seems low enough, it's like, okay, just kind of walk them around the corner and go, blink.
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
I don't want to, in other words, I didn't want to take out anybody within this town, which is going to be useful for things in the future.
Yeah, pretty much anybody in this town in the urchin pool, about the only thing they would be useful for is feeding Amaranthe's undead army. So, so yeah, you're working on that. Meanwhile, Amaranthe, you said you were studying the Demonomicon. How do you? Yeah.
Demonomicon.
Demonomicon.
Demonomicon. Yeah. That book.
Demonomicon. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and yeah, you do come across an interesting passage. I shared it with you in private message. You find that kind of a little bit jumps out about you, like, wow, this is something that's possible. You never even thought that doing this particular technique was something that's possible. But that really intrigues you and makes you wonder if that has anything to do with Clarissa. She doesn't leave the tower or go far from it. She's made mention a few times of not being able to go anywhere else other than this plane. That she seems somewhat trapped. So that is an interesting passage and an interesting spell that you came across. So yeah, you study a little bit more about it and go on through the night reading more and more. You learn all about it. It's detailed how to perform it. You don't think you could do it just yet, but maybe in the near future you'd be able to.
Okay.
Vale, you go back and have Phil, Mother Sushin in, Brother Tom.
Yep.
With them. And then the evening fades. You crash out, sleep, meditate, whatever you do to get your rest and relaxation. The next day, you get up, joining with each other. Matches is nowhere to be found. You imagine he's probably out on the ships again, training people. And
Oh, that little bastard. When's he going to be back? I need to talk to him.
I send Matches a little message that says, hey, we got to pop over to the orphanage for a quick run. Be back tomorrow. Let us know if you need anything.
yeah, you don't get any response, but yeah. Little red response. Ding.
Mm-hmm.
Message read.
Yep. I don't know. I guess he got the message. You guys ready?
As ready as I'll be.
Go ahead.
All right. You're using the scroll of teleportation.
Scroll of teleportation. Yep. So we can go any place once per day, anywhere that I have ever been. So since I have been to the orphanage, we will go there right now.
Lickety split style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
let's do that. Are you going inside the orphanage or outside?
That's a good question. How about there's a spot probably 100 yards. There's a spot probably about 100 yards outside of the orphanage, and that I recall that I would kind of go there and, like practice my pouncing techniques and stuff like that when I was just a wee kitten.
Yeah.
And rather than popping into the orphanage and having someone be there, let's just pop in outside and just make sure that there's a good lay of the land before we go inside.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Sure. Sure thing.
Open up the scroll. I say, everybody stand right here with me. Do the thing and whatever it takes. Yards outside of Karen's home for wayward children.
Yes. And while overgrown and somewhat dilapidated from the past year of neglect and
Yeah.
I don't know why the music's not playing. It's kind of strange. Is it just that quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. There we go.
Something kicks up for a second, goes away, kicks up for a second, went away.
There we go. They're just really quiet intro tracks. So, all right. There we go. As you pop out, maybe on the southeastern corner of the area there, you used to pop and hop off of this ledge, pounce rocks and play with things not far from the front doors, but far enough where the older kids wouldn't tease you, but you would still have safe run back to the orphanage if need be.
Right.
And it is overgrown, quite run down. It's almost sad the way it looks.
So once we apparate, or however this thing works, and I've got a clear line of sight at the orphanage, do I see anything other than overgrown, a little bit run down? Anybody, anything?
No, you don't see anything. It's pretty empty. It's quiet. You hear birds around and stuff. It sounds pretty normal, but
Okay. All right. Well, we got to go to the library. That's where all the stuff is at that we're here to collect. But well, I guess let me show you around. You guys, Amaranth, you've never been here before, right?
No, I never even knew this place existed.
Toox, you've never been
No.
here either, have you?
No.
Okay. So one of the things that I would like to do, since I've got Toox on board to kind of recreate the maze, I want to take them to the spot where the maze would be normally.
Sure.
And I'm guessing that while it will be overgrown or whatever, there may still be some remnants of the maze from years past.
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay. Well, we can go there and maybe there's even some residual magic leaning around that somebody might pick up on or whatever. So yeah, I'll just take them around the orphanage and show them, all of the spots. I'll take them to the main building and show them the main quarters and the kitchen and the assembly hall and all that, and probably take a trip to my room and just see how my room is. I haven't been in there in years.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you give them the tour. Sure enough,
Yep.
the maze, the field that's there is, it's well upgrown and all, but there is some magical residue around. Toox, you can kind of just feel the energy of this place. It changes as you step into what was at one point a clearing, and now it's just a large overgrown field. It's kind of interesting feel to it.
While we're there, I want to just kind of take a visual of how big the area is, because they want me to find a place where we can do this again. So
Yeah, it's probably 100 by 100 square.
Okay.
It's pretty
right.
large area.
All right.
And you remember that the maze had, it was winding and had different elements to it, and in the center, once you got to the center, that was kind of how you found your way out of it. You
Right.
do remember that.
Okay. So this is the space that that we used for the maze in years past. So when we get back, one of the things we're going to have to do, or at least I'm going to have to do, is I need to find a space kind of comparable to this so that we can recreate it. If you guys have been out around Karnengothar a little bit and know of a place that might work, let me know and I'll check it out and just kind of see. But this is the maze that we need. Any other notable things that were part of the trials that
Yeah, you remember
might need to take a look at?
from the maze, you traveled out from the maze, and there was this kind of area where you ended up getting boxed in. Remember?
Right. Yes.
And so you
But take it.
want to kind of incorporate that as well as kind of an entrapment point.
I take them that way, and I show them the spot where we were gang jumped.
Basically, you were kind of jumped, cornered and jumped.
Yeah, this is the spot. I look at the spot where I was bitten, and I was like, right there. That's where it happened, right there.
You've had a weird sensation, like just the memory of that kind of washes over you, the whole trauma of the night.
Mhm.
It hits you, and yeah, it's unnerving to say the least. And then you head back to the main orphanage. You walk up the front steps. The boards creak under your feet and under your weight. The front doors are kind of hanging ajar. It looks like someone's been in here in the past, and you hope the things you want are still nearby.
Grab the crossbow and just make sure that it's at the ready, just in case there's somebody lurking around in here. But go through the front door.
All right, in the front door, heavy cobwebs linger everywhere. a thick layer of dust on the front room as you step in. And there are bookshelves here.
The
Staircase
study's
up.
on the second floor, right?
Yes.
Or is it on this floor?
I believe it's
Okay.
on the second floor.
Okay.
Where's the second floor map?
So I show him, the main entry quarters there, the spiral staircase, the dining hall off to the left.
Your ghost in the back room.
Yeah, my ghost in the back room.
Yeah. The ghost of Sariel and the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up the
So
stairs.
let's go upstairs.
You head up the stairs, and that is where the offices, all of the other bedrooms are. The library, the study
Yep.
is up there as well on the right-hand wing. And
All right.
again, thick with dust and cobwebs. The doors are all sealed here.
Nothing
Any-
looks like it's been messed with recently.
I was just going to say, any footprints or tracks or anything like that in the dust or...
No, actually, looks untouched.
Okay. All right. Well, then we shall make our way towards the study.
Kind of look at Vale and go, I'm kind of surprised OSG hasn't been here since they knew you've been here to find information on you, with as interested in you as they are.
Well, they were here, but we killed them. So,
Yeah, maybe they hadn't returned.
yeah.
But is there nothing of value worth, I mean, even lowly thieves coming in here and snooping around for stuff? It's kind of odd that nobody has been here. Unless
bit.
they have, but the tracks have been covered very well.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there's any tracks here, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that anybody would have put up any kind of like protection warding on this or anything, but we're here. So,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, crap. Wrong tune. Sorry.
yeah.
Wrong era. All right. And as you kind of approach the doors to the stairwell or to the library, they're large double doors, iron bound. You notice they are sealed shut, closed. They feel locked. And you hear a voice on the other side calling out. It's a familiar voice to you, Vale. Almost hard to make out, but there's some soft singing kind of calling
There's
out.
a voice. Whose voice is it?
Yeah, and as you stop to listen, you remember a song that used to be sung to all of the young children by Sister Verona on her visits to the orphanage. And it is that song in her voice that you hear just singing, almost a lullaby.
That's weird.
But you know Sister Verona is dead.
Yeah, that's weird. You guys hear that?
Yes, everyone can hear it.
Okay, it's not just me.
Indeed,
Oh.
yeah.
We might know why nobody's been here then.
Well, that's that's Sister Verona, and she's been dead for a year.
I look at Amethyst and go,
I
ghosts?
saw her killed.
Ghosts?
Dead of some sort.
Specters or something along that?
So I try the doorknob.
It is hard to turn at first, but eventually give it a good twist, and you feel the kind of the rust break off inside, and it turns. You hear the latch. As soon as the latch retracts, the singing stops.
I take a deep breath, close my eyes for a second, let it out, open the door.
All right, you open the door, and there in front of you is a floating, transparent version of Sister Verona. Kind of her back is to you, but she's wearing the same clothes that she was on the day she was killed in front of you in the back lawn here. Remember, it was here that she lost her life, protecting you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Her body turns around, the wounds still visible from her mortal sword blow.
I just drop to my knees. And I just stare.
Veil, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I was starting to worry. I knew it was almost time. You have new friends. Where are Brata and the others? Clark and Furbolg? Sariel?
When she mentions Brata's voice, I just lose it. Cry uncontrollably.
She fell. Oh dear heavens. She fell. I'm so sorry, Veil. I know you were close. And she comes over to, you all see her just kind of float across the floor. And Veil, you feel a weight, a cold weight on your shoulder. It bristles your fur, actually, as she reaches out with a kind of a spectral hand and touches you, giving you comfort. What are Toox and Amaranthe? What are your reactions to this? Seeing this kind of spectral entity.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm just looking like,
Anytime I run into any kind of undead, I'm intrigued. So,
Okay.
Spectre, what is your duty here? Why are you here? If Vale says that you were slain here, you must have some reason for remaining. Typically, specters move on, unlike other types of dead.
Yes, you're wise. We have not met. I am Sister Verona. I was a keeper of one of the houses of Quran. He has sent me here to protect the secrets of the ways and the traditions until those worthy come to collect them. For this house has been abandoned, but its secrets lie, ready for the taking.
Ah, I see. Oh, Spectral Guard. Boy, why nobody else has been here?
has anybody else been here before us?
A few have come, but they haven't made it this far. I made sure of that.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
So, Vale, I take it you are here to collect?
Yeah.
Mother Sushin.
Mother Sushin and Brother Tom
You can
asked
see
me
she
to come
kind of
and-
relaxes. When you say Brother Tom, she's like, there was something there.
Did I pick up on that?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Okay.
I won't make you
All
roll
right.
for it. It's pretty obvious. Oh, there we go with a hiccup on OBS hiccuping again.
Yay! OBS hiccup.
And it's reconnecting. All right. OBS has the hiccups, y'all. Didn't miss anything. Just adding more to the stream lag.
That's right. That's right.
All right. She says, then once you've collected, my duty here shall be done and I can move on. Please, take these gifts of Quran. Use them wisely and help our order grow and be prosperous and strengthen our numbers. And she waves her hand at a bookshelf, and a book comes off the shelf and floats across the room to you, stopping right in front of you. Should this
Okay.
be your guide to the rituals of Quran,
Okay.
may he reign for all eternity over those like him.
Okay.
You'll find the other things you need outside in the old herbalist shop, where your friend Furbolg spent many a day. Have you heard from him?
I haven't heard from him directly, but I do know of others who've had communication with him, and he's currently involved. He's just doing his own thing.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad he hasn't lost the way. I know he doubted at times, but I'm glad he still follows the path. And you two, thank you for joining this. It was not your fight, and Yet here you are, helping our wayward son.
This part of it may not have been my fight. However, there are parts of it that are very much my fight.
And I just look at it with what they said, wayward son. Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you all. This is a much long-awaited relief for me to move on and be with the rest of our brothers and sisters in Quran's embrace. Hopefully,
If you
yes, Veil.
if you leave, are you gone forever?
Yes, unless I am sent back for some reason, I shall be gone.
Well, don't be a stranger. If there's ever a reason to come back, please do.
Indeed, and Veil, don't worry, you will see me again. Hopefully not soon, but you will see me again. Tell the others I said hello and thank you for continuing the fight. Do not let Malar win. He shall be the destroyer of our kind.
So I've heard.
Good luck.
Wait, Spectre, do you happen to know anything about this Malar and his attachment to what's going on in this realm? Does he have anything to do with the OSG? I don't know that you'd have any reason to know these things, but sometimes Spectres know things that they may not have reason to know.
I can tell you that Malar has risen through the ranks of the deities of the hunt. He is of the evil side of lycanthropes, and he has a thirst for blood and savagery. He doesn't have much warmth in his heart for civilization. He prefers things to be more chaotic than they are. He was an ex-arch of Sylvanas. You may know that name, being an elf. He's quite impressive, about 12 feet long. He's a man high, and she kind of glances at Veil. Feline creature, sleek and supple, fast, ebony fur. Yes, he is nicknamed the Master of the Hunt.
Eli.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Malar is feline.
It started many centuries ago when he became gifted with the guardianship of the Kitten Lord and heir to the power of the Cat Lord, a minor power of felines, mind you, nothing too strong for him, but he grew in power. Dumb, his keeper, had been grown the desire to corrupt and dominate the child, Malar, and therefore made a deal with the mightier power to keep the vengeful old Cat Lord off his back. And Dumb wished to use the Cat Lord's power of planar travel to journey out to the far plains using the Claw of Malar and challenge even the mightiest god Tyr of God of Justice to gain awesome power. But when he was done with the mere kitten, Dumb would just give him to the Beast Lord. Learning of Dumb's wicked intentions, the Cat Lord came and rescued him. But Malar pounced upon the Cat Lord as he fled. And the Cat Lord handed over the power over the boy to the rogue Connor, who had been guided onto the scene by goddess Selene, to buy time for him to carry the child away and hide him. The Cat Lord and Malar battled for 3 days and nights before the Cat Lord escaped, and then it was a year before his wounds even healed. The scars never would. Several years later, Dum was tricked and thwarted, and Tyr seized the claw of Malar instead, thereby ending his reign. Ever since, Malar has been on a quest to get his claw back. He's battled throughout the ages, through Sebek and the Adder Swamp. He is hell-bent and determined to fight Tyr and win back his claw, therefore restoring his power to over all the gods.
So getting his claw back would be a bad thing.
Probably, yes. Much as we are part of the Lycan and he is part of us, him regaining that power would definitely tip the scales far, far away from the center where we try to keep them. You know, we like to keep things in balance. He does not.
More balanced.
Mm-hmm.
His holy days are the same as Quran's. The High Hunt coincides with our feast of the night.
Okay.
It's said that
So the
he's gained a following here in this realm, and that there are cultists who are beginning to wear the symbol, the claw.
I have to ask, if the holy day is the same, does that mean that the holy day falls on the day of your ritual that you're trying to recreate?
It does, indeed.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so she mentioned that the symbol of Malar is a claw, and that more people are starting to wear that symbol around. Have I noticed anyone wearing claws?
No, you haven't. Not in Karnangathar or in your travels around. You haven't
Okay.
noticed anyone.
Okay.
I'm gonna send y'all a quick link to the Malar
Okay.
wiki, so you can have the lore that I
Okay.
just told you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's why I was going cat.
Mm-hmm. And there's a pretty cool picture of Malar.
Yeah, that's why I was questioning. I'm like, cat? Okay.
Mhm.
I thought
Feline.
it looked more.
Interesting, huh? The plot
Yeah.
thickens. What is this dungeon master up to?
Oh no, I always thought he looked more monkeyish in that picture.
Kind of does in that picture.
Yeah.
Looks more primate, and that's the human, or the more man than
Mhm.
beast, right?
Okay.
So cool. There's some light reading for y'all. There's your homework.
Mhm.
Great.
Used it before.
Great.
Nice.
All right.
My time here is coming to an end. Good luck to you, Vale. And to your new friends. Hope that you use this new knowledge. Keep yourself safe. Good luck in the hunt. May Quran bless you. And she
Rest
begins
well,
to kind of
sister.
float back, almost dissipating as she leaves. A final gentle wave, and Sister Verona is dissipated.
As she disappears, I just say, "Rest well, Sister Verona."
Cool. All right. Anything else here in the library? Most of these books are just storybooks. There's really nothing of great value here.
Okay.
Other than the book that was given to you.
Okay. Well, this is what we came for. How much of the day have we used so far?
So we have to find a scroll.
No. Did we have to find a scroll? But we got to go to the herbal place, and we got to get some stuff from there.
Mm-hmm. You're probably midday. You left
Okay.
early morning. It's probably midday.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go. I want to swing by my room just to make sure see if there's anything about my room that looks different, the same, whatever. See if I left anything there.
Looks exactly the same as the day you left. Anything that you left behind is still here. There is the carving in the wall where you and Josh had sworn your friendship. And you came in, and he took you in and guided you as the new kid and watched over you. That stings a little bit, knowing what became of Josh.
I walk over to it and I look at it for a second. I just start to chuckle a little bit. It's funny, You think you know people, you think you know individuals that you're close to, you think you know everything about them. And then you find out that you don't. And as soon as I say that, the claws come out and I just rip right through the engraving on the wall.
Nice.
Oh, dear Veil, nobody ever knows anybody. People change all the time, despite the fact that people say people don't change, they change all the time. You never truly know anybody, because who they were yesterday is not who they are today.
I suppose that's true. Let's go to the herb shop. It's out back.
Bill, you sure are a sentimental one, aren't you?
Only for certain people.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Only for certain people. Maybe, if you're lucky, I'll be that sentimental about you one day.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let's go to this herb shop of yours.
Yeah.
All right. Traveling outside.
Well, it's not really out back. It's off to the side. But anyway.
Yeah. Outside, the herbalist barn, if you will, you open it up, and there are the racks of all the dried herbs that were left hanging or laying on racks. There's a workbench, mortar and pestles. You remember Furbolg spent many of hours
in this place.
And he would always try to get you to come in here. It smells very pungent, very dried, kind of different smells, different herbs, everything from edibles to spell components are in here. Make me an investigate roll, though, because no one told you exactly where this stuff was. So you all can make an investigate to kind of search around this place and see if you can find the things you need.
Investigation. Oh, that's a good one. That's a 30. I have plus 12 on investigation, so
I have no idea what I'm looking for here, so I'm not sure that I can be any help at all.
Yeah, you never told us exactly what we were looking for, so.
That's all right. I got it.
Hey, there's a weed here. There's another weed over here.
No, I'm not looking for those weeds. I'm looking for that one, and I just point right to it.
Yeah, there's something strange about this pile in the back. Veil, you walk just like beeline to the back. You uncover it, and there is a safe kind of back here. And it's locked. It's got a big padlock on it. It's basically a big lockbox kind of safe thing.
All right.
It's
Well, then
not
let's see if we
ornate.
can.
It's fairly plain, but yeah.
How big is the safe?
Probably large enough. Maybe 2 foot long, a foot deep, and maybe a foot tall.
Probably not something that I want to try and take with us.
It looks pretty stout.
Okay.
Looks pretty heavy.
Well, then let's see if I can. Let's see if I can pick the lock.
All right, here we go.
That's not bad. That's 23.
23. Yeah. Takes you a minute, but you get it. The lock springs open. You open it up, and inside are 2 scroll tubes, a potion bottle, kind of like a one of those wide base potion bottles, cork stopper, and several rolled up pieces of linen with herbs in them.
Okay.
Each of them tied with cotton twine, keeping them all together.
All right. Is there a bag, or like a cloth sack or a burlap sack or something that I could put some of this stuff in?
Yeah, you can
laying
find
around.
something to put all this in. Yeah, sure.
All right. So on a 30 investigation, is there anything else that I find that would be useful to us in general in the herb shop?
There's a recipe book in here.
Okay.
With all of the different recipes for potions and whatnot.
All right. I'm going to take that.
Batches.
I'm sure there are plenty of, dried herbs and probably some completed different pastes. They're pretty dried out, but you think maybe. There are some let's see, 4 potions bottles, corked and stopped, all the same.
4 potion bottles. We'll be grabbing those.
Yeah.
Are they labeled at all, or are they unknown?
They are not labeled, but there is a stack of labels, these pieces of paper and a ball of twine, and they are labeled healing on the like the stack of papers all say healing. You just look at it, it looks like someone was brewing a batch of healing potions here.
Find it handy before.
Okay. All right. I have added those to my inventoire. All right. Okay. It's been a long time since anybody was here. We've got a blacksmith here. We got a blacksmith shop and also a storehouse. And I don't know if anything's going to be in the rain. Well, you know what? Right up your alley, Amaranth. We have a temple here. I don't know what's left over in the temple, but maybe something you might find useful. I don't know.
Looks like a cemetery next to it.
There is
Go look around.
Please don't turn any of the bodies in the cemetery into your toys. Please, not
Okay,
these bodies, please.
Okay, I won't turn your friends into my toys. I promise.
But yeah, so I want to check out. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything in the stable or the hen house. Probably nothing worth any value in the granary. But the blacksmith, the temple, and the storehouse, there might be some stuff left in there that we might.
If Matches was here, he might be able to make us some stout or
I suppose
something from the granary, but
I suppose. So yeah.
I would say let's go take a look. I could use some new gear. As you can see, mine is not the best.
Yeah, let's go take a look in the blacksmith. Let's see what's in there.
Cool.
Forge has been cold for a long time, but
Oh yeah.
there may be some pieces in there.
There is a lot of tack and bridle
Okay.
in the blacksmith shop.
Okay.
You do know, however, that the blacksmith, you remember Brata telling you that they were working on weapons. So
Okay.
there are a lot of weapons, rudimentary basic weapons, simple weapons, basically. Spears, javelins, maybe some clubs and the blacksmith's
Why?
hammer.
I think we need to turn this place upside down and see if there's anything really special here.
Well, we have to wait until your little transport thingy, whatever it is you did, recharges, right? So we've got plenty of time. We can
Mhm.
spend a lot of time investigating.
Yeah, y'all can spend time and not even really have to roll for it. You can just spend the time here because you can't teleport
don't
again
have to
until
wait.
tomorrow, right?
Oh, we don't. Toox?
I put a circle in town. I said talk about making it to where we can always get back to town, and I've got my teleportation circle. I just got to draw it.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So we could make it back today if we had to.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
I mean, we can go to town. We can go to the ship. I think the Bastion was the other place we decided to put it. I could put it in three.
Well, there is
Return
one at the
one.
Bastion, but I don't know that Toox knows that.
Right. I hadn't been there. I think you guys just told me there was one there.
Okay.
To align to it.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's very good to know.
Yeah. A secondary escape.
So yeah, so let's take a look around all the remaining buildings.
Mhm.
Do we find anything worth anything?
Searching around for
Let's
little hidden
see.
doors and stuff.
Amaranthe can roll me. What would that be? 2d8 minus 1. I'm
Let me
looking
find
at
another.
a 15 piece weapon.
All right. That would be 7.
7. Of course.
What did Amaranthe find?
A very intricate blade.
Ooh.
It actually just looks like a hilt.
Okay.
It's red and black. And it has writing around the hilt.
All right.
It looks simple otherwise.
Well, I'll pick it up and take a look at it.
Yeah, this is in the back of the temple, by the way, in kind of the priest's study. Yeah. It feels
Okay.
nice and balanced, and it feels like there's a blade on the end of it. The hilt feels balanced in your hand, but there's no blade. It's just...
Okay. I'm gonna bring it to Toox. Toox, did you say that you could identify magic items, or am I gonna have to ask Matches for help with this?
Not right.
Okay. Well,
I don't remember what level that spell is. It would have to be another day. I can't remember if it's in my book or not.
It's perfectly fine. Thank you, Toox. Yes, if I have to ask Matches, I will ask Matches. But I think I'm
You,
gonna hold on to this.
As you kind of study it, you're able to read the words that are on the hilt.
What does it say?
It as a spellcaster, it looks as if it's a command phrase, almost as if it's an activation. And it if you read it from top to bottom and it scrolls around the other way. Oh, OBS is hiccuping.
Yay.
Standing by. Reconnection successful. All right, hiccup.
Hey.
OBS hiccup. As you read it around, it says, wield this to bring forth.
Interesting.
And then the activation word, command word, whatever you want to call it, is engulf.
Okay.
Hiccup.
18 history check. Since I'm from here, would I know anything specific about that sword?
You've never seen it or heard anyone talk about this sword.
That is new. I have never seen that before. Of course, I didn't really hang out with the priests all that much, you know.
Yeah, you don't look like the type.
Not really.
You probably spent more time stealing.
I worked in the storehouse.
So stealing.
I
from
was
the
in
storehouse-
material. I was in material management. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Or was that acquisitions?
Yes,
Mostly acquisitions, I imagine, for himself.
acquisitions, dispersals, shipments.
There's nothing wrong with that, Veil. I'm not
No,
judging.
No. Acquisition is nice. It can help acquisite additional funding.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to hang on to this. I will get some more information about it from the matches when we see him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
No, it's not a warlock spell, so no, I can't do it.
All right. That's what you find searching around the temple. You uncover that. In the blacksmith shop, you find a set of large, almost over bracers.
Bigger than any of us would need.
They look like they would fit on a large human's forearms. They have burn marks in them. You can see where they've been like pitted and burned, probably from whoever was doing the blacksmithing.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
their arm protectors, probably.
Okay. All right.
And then in the I'm writing down these things. And the last place you were searching was the storehouse.
Yeah, sure.
Vale, you know everything that was traded came through here, and this was where you worked. It's mostly food.
So it's mostly bad.
Most of it's gone bad. What hasn't are the grains and things like that are. Good Lord, what is wrong with OBS tonight? Why is it being so hiccupy? So yeah, most of the food has gone bad. And there's grain. You had a store here though, like you had a stash.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you always kept a record of what was in that stash. So,
Yeah, so I know where the books are, and I know where the books are.
yeah.
I was gonna go, okay, if this is where you worked, where's the good stuff, not the everybody's stuff?
So in the back of the main room, where like the clerk's desk would be, you know, if you came in and you needed something, you'd walk up to the counter and you'd say, "Hey, I need this." And so back behind that that desk, the person before me that worked in the storehouse showed me a small panel. Like if you're just looking at it, you can't see it, but there's a small panel in the back corner, back behind the desk, and it's probably about a foot and a half by a foot and a half, just a little square opening, and so you just kind of tap it in the lower corner, and it kind of pops open a little bit, and back in there, every child who has worked in this storehouse, that has worked the counter, like they going back for generations, they all know that little secret panel is there. And that was where we always stored the stuff that intrigued us. So I'm going to go back there and I'm going to tap on that little corner, and the little panel's going to flop open. Did we leave anything inside there?
Yeah. Sure. So you've left those before you, and this is the first time you've ever opened it. There was nothing ever anything that you thought you wanted to keep from others,
Mhm.
you just kept from others, right? You didn't stash it away. But
No.
But you'd been told about this, and you'd always been curious, but there'd always also been this kind of thought in the back of your mind that if Mother Sushin found out, if you were caught, that you'd get in trouble. Like, you want to do the right thing, but as a child now, coming back, you're like, this place is dead. I'm going in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you find a small leather pouch.
Okay.
And in this pouch, you open it up. It is full of gems. There are probably a dozen gems in here. Different colors, different kinds, just assorted gems. It seems like that's all that's here. That's kind of odd. You thought that maybe somebody would have stashed something offensive, or something they would have gotten in trouble for having, like, in here. But no, it's just, to you, it's just like
12
it's a sack
gems.
of beans, 12
So I'm
gems.
gonna open up the pouch, and I'm gonna dump the gems out in my hand. Are they like ornate gems? Are they
Yes.
rough cut gems?
They're ornate, polished, finished. They look like, you have appraisal, right? That's what
I don't know if I don't know that they call it that anymore. What would it be?
probably investigate.
I mean, I could do an investigation check on it.
Perception, maybe.
Could be perception too, but even investigate is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Dirty 20. It looks like these came out of pieces of jewelry or something else. They're
Okay.
all, if you look at them, they're all cut exactly the same. Like, they
Mhm.
fit into something different. Bigger piece, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll put them back in the pouch, and I'll put them with my stuff.
If you had to guess, just a quick, like, as nicely cut and polished and finished as they are,
Mm-hmm.
it's a hefty, they would bring a hefty sum, you think. They're very ornate
Okay.
gems.
All right. Very good. Very, very good. Just a bag of gems. It's the only thing in here.
Well, surely they're worth something.
I would say, yeah. I know a little bit about this stuff. I'd say that this is worth. It's worth something.
Mm-hmm. Would the sisters and brothers, the ones which ran the place, have anything else place around here they would secure things for?
Maybe in their quarters.
You know what I'm saying? Like up where the office was and different things.
Well, we're up there.
Of
We're up there in the
importance.
study. There, there was really nothing there. But maybe in their quarters, there may have been.
The temple?
That's where we found the sword that brought us, the sword hilt that brought
yeah.
us got.
Okay.
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 I mean, if you guys want, I can show you, like,
Oh,
most of the rooms in the main building are orphan quarters. But
yeah.
there are a couple of rooms there that were Mother Sushin's, Brother Tom's, and
no, they'll probably want to come back.
I mean,
At some
as I
point.
and at this point, Vale just kind of starts to look around a little bit. He steps outside the door and just kind of looks around and goes, maybe someday bring him back home.
When it's safe, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I think that someday may be far in the future, at least until Gooseberry's been taken care of.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Well, I think we've got everything we came for. we got the herbs, we got the scrolls, we got the book, got a few things that we didn't come for. I guess if you're ready to, if you guys want to sleep here in the glory that this place is, which we can, or if Toox, if you can take us home, we can go now.
Yeah. I posted what that is.
Okay.
10-foot circle on the ground. And knowing what the sigil is, sequence is to get us back.
Okay.
And stuff, I would do that. And anything you want to take back, put in the circle.
And just as long as it's on your person, it's going to go as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Cool. Where are you going?
Knowing
Ship or city?
The city, probably right at towards the temple. Like
Yeah.
if we know of a corner or something where it would be safe to.
Yeah, probably. You probably would have picked out a spot like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, and poof. There.
And
Poof. You're back in Karnengother.
Standing.
No issues. It's late afternoon by the time you do get back. Early evening, maybe the sun is starting to set.
Okay.
What do y'all do?
Well, I suppose I should go and find Mother Sushin or Brother Tom or both and give them the stuff.
Okay.
So I shall do that.
Cool. How about Toox and Amaranth? What are y'all doing?
I look at Bill. If they're going to need me to help with the maze, I guess I can talk with them about that.
Okay.
I don't know how much time we have before we'll have to plan that out.
Time is of the essence.
Okay.
It's in about a week. So
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then Amaranth?
If it's still daylight and the merchants are still open, I think I might go shopping
Yeah,
with the very little amount of gold that I have.
sure. That's possible. Marshal Emplifer has said anything you need to come and visit him. Although I think your camera's like super out of focus.
Me?
mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, that's better.
All right.
You're back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep. Just had to turn it off and on again. Okay. So yeah, I'll go to Marshall's. Shop.
All right, cool. We'll do that first. Let's just go ahead and get the shopping done. You head down to Marshall's,
Mm-hmm.
and he's there. He's starting to kind of pack up, but you walk in and he's, good evening, Amaranth. Well, pleasure to see you. And he takes a big drag on his long pipe, exhales a big puff of smoke. Smells like cherries and wood.
Marshall, you know how a lady likes some beautiful things or things that are sparkly in the sense that they're magical. And I was curious if you had any such things for sale that might interest me. You know how I like that sort of thing.
Oh, yes. I'm sure we have something we could find, but is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, as you can see, I don't own much. So, either some better armor. I like glittery armor. I like glittery jewelry. I like just things that glitter in general, so...
Right, yes, wonderful, wonderful. How about this? Let's come this way, then. To our sparkly women's area. Yes, indeed.
Sparkly women's area.
I don't know.
The fashion section.
Throwing me curveballs tonight. And he takes you kind of off to a section of the store, and he shows you some different pieces of jewelry that he has, some necklaces, rings of all different sorts. Will something like this interest you? Various rings that we have that do different things. Now, mind you, I'm not supposed to sell this stuff. It's just for display.
Oh, I won't tell anybody. You know me.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course.
My lips are sealed.
Obviously.
So yeah, looking at these rings, what are they?
Rings of protection of different types. So you've got fire, rings of protection for basically all the elements. And does he have? Let me see if he's got that one. I will roll the dice. No, he doesn't have. So it's basically rings of protection for all the elemental types. So ring of protection, air, fire, water, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Does he have any armor?
Yeah, he has some old suits of armor. What is it
Does
you're
he have
looking for?
anything?
Chain or?
Well, I mean, you know, any old medium armor would be great, or even light armor if it is, you know, suitably pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, absolutely. How about this? And he throws out a full suit of studded leather. It just happens to be, he tells you, this was the armor of a woman warrior that was taken across the lake here, the seas, if you will. It was worn by a battle-tested warrior. She, however, did fall in battle, sadly, and now it resides with me. Armor did do her well. It was not her undoing. No, let me make sure you understand. The armor did not fail her. It was her own inexperience, perhaps. She took on a bit more than she bargained for.
Oh, I understand. So is there anything, what is there that is special about this armor other than its historical significance?
Well, you can see that it is has these studded elements added to it for increased protection against blades and things. But when you move in this armor, it is said, I don't know, I haven't tested it. It is said that when she would move in this armor, no one could hear her coming. It was part of her gift, actually, that she was able to sneak up on her enemies quickly and silently.
How much do you want for it?
I know you don't have a lot, Amaranthe. Hate to ask you for everything. I'd be willing to part with it for 400 gold pieces.
Well, I might have to come back for it at a later time then, and that's perfectly fine. It's good to know that you have it, if nothing else. Thank you for your time, Marshall. I'm not going to ask you to do charity. I don't require charity, so I will just come back when I can afford it.
Did you not see the sign? I do this thing called an installment plan where you can pay over time. You can go ahead and take it today, and then, you pay a small fee for the increased time that it takes to pay, but, it's not much.
Let me think on it.
Absolutely.
I might be back tomorrow.
Understand, absolutely. Certainly. Yes. Well, do tell Veil I said hello, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Cool. Meanwhile, back at the temple area, Veil and Toox deliver the goods to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom.
As requested. here's everything that you asked for. And Toox here is going to help with the maze.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Toox, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're willing to help. It means a lot to us.
How long does the maze take to set up?
Well, if it's done right, it can be done in just a matter of hours. And then it has to be treated every day. So we do have enough time. We usually would start at about 5 days out from the ritual, and then that way magic was already in the sacred space that had already been done for hundreds of years. Perhaps it'll be cutting it close, but we should be able to be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, right, Tom? Oh yes, Mother Susan. We'll be fine. No need to fear.
I'm gonna guess that Veil has been around the area hundreds of times by now.
Oh yeah.
Is there any place that I can think of that would probably fit the bill for this maze?
Oh yeah. You can think of a couple of different places.
Okay. I've got a couple of ideas on where we can put this. If you're available, well, I mean, it's not that far away. We could go and look at it now if you wanted and just make sure that it's going to do the job, or we could go first thing in the morning.
Whatever you suggest. I think time is of the essence. We should probably go sooner than later.
Well, then I would then if you've got a minute, let's step outside of the walls here for a minute, and we'll I'll show you that I've got two places, and you can tell me which one you like better.
Excellent. Let's take a look.
Okay. So I lead everybody out to the two places and show them what I've got. And one place, we'll say that one place is kind of boxed in on one side by, it funnels down into a little valley, and that could be the area where everybody gets boxed in, and the endowment of the gift takes place. Or we'll say that another one is bordered on one side by a creek, but it's a wide creek that's not like super easy to get across, and then it funnels into a wooded area where we could bestow the gift.
Sure.
Which one do you think you like better?
Let's see. Perhaps looking for my coin. My coin die. There it is.
I've got mine. I got mine right here.
I got mine.
Does either of the two spaces give off a more arcanic kind of feeling to me? I guess would be a way to say it. More acceptable to using magic in the area.
Probably the area with the creek seems a little more suitable to you, Toox. You know,
and I'll just mention that, but whatever you guys think works best for you.
Yeah, and Brother Tom and Mother Sushin will say, yeah, I think the creek is a good place. It channels life, water. They can't cross it. There's only one way in. Yeah, I think this works really well.
All right. Perfect.
We'll set it here. That's great.
I have a question.
Yes?
Did you know that Sister Verona was still there?
No. Where? At the orphanage?
Yeah.
No, I know that, she passed on there. Perhaps she just hung around? Do you mean still there?
She protected the orphanage and everything in it until we came to get this stuff.
A true believer in Quran and a true servant to our ways. That's wonderful to hear.
And I go on to tell him that she shared a bunch of information with us about Malar. Maybe some of that information is stuff that they didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, they'll. I can't wait to hear more about this. Look forward to it. It could prove, meaningful. It could prove valuable.
I do not mention sword.
Okay. And they're not going to ask if you plundered around. You went there, got the stuff, came back. That was the mission success. They're going to walk Toox through the process of casting the spell, because their own herbalist / spellcaster person that used to do this is no longer with them. That's why they've asked for some help. So Toox, they'll walk you through the process, kind of show you you have to walk the maze, the hedge rows in the pattern, sprinkling the herbs, and then retrace it daily with the potion that was in there. It's kind of like a fertilizer. They tell you it makes it grow faster. It imbues the magic. And then on the night, you have to come out and recite the incantation on the scroll that will actually trigger the hedges to grow and go into the maze shape. So they're basically teaching you this spell.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm just watching all this going, wow, that's something.
Yeah, it's a process. It's a process.
As they're going through this, and as I can see that they're getting closer to being done, I say, this is all well and good, but we can't stay here. Have you given any thought to what we do after this is over?
Brother Tom looks at Mother Sushin, and she just kind of sighs, and he says, actually, we have Veil. We don't think we're going to make it through this. And if we don't and you do, then that decision should fall to you as the highest, eldest in our order. If we don't make it and you do, then what becomes of our order is your decision.
Well, I think I've already made that decision.
No pressure.
No, I think I've already made the decision.
Oh, wonderful.
We're rebuilding.
An excellent choice. I would agree with you. And if we make it, that's our plan as well, to rebuild, to go home and rebuild.
Yeah. Awesome. On another note, before we turn in for the day and the week, how do I make sure that I don't kill anybody in a week?
Yes, it's a tricky part. I'll work with you over the next few days, Brother Tom says. We'll train small doses.
Don't get me wrong. I like killing people. I just don't want to kill any of our people.
I understand. We'll work with you and your friends here to make sure that, there are safeguards in place.
I mean, I'll look at Veil and go, I'll read Black Razor at home at night, if that helps.
I would appreciate that, yes.
At the same time as I say that, I look at him and go, Brother Veil.
Oh, Brother Veil.
Well, you know what I mean. Because of what they just told you, just being a smart ass with you.
Wow.
Nice.
And I literally sit there and go, Brother Veil. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I like the sound of it.
Entrepreneur, cult leader, all the good stuff.
Use my entrepreneurism to support the cult. This is what I'm saying.
There you go.
There you go. I love it.
So it's going to be a vampiric feeding orphanage.
Of werewolves, werecats.
Or, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
a were orphanage of thieves.
Yes.
So a were den, a were thief den. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
We'll disguise ourselves as a merchant's guild.
Of course. Yeah, exactly. Rub these herbs on it, and it'll grow faster, as Diamond says. All right, Toox, I do need you to make me an intelligence roll on that to make sure you comprehend. It's not going to be super hard, but make sure that you have gained the knowledge of the spell. Oh boy, you're going to need to practice.
I mean, wouldn't an Arcana roll be better? Or an Arcana type thing?
I mean, yeah, we can do Arcana if you insist.
That's 15.
Listen to me gaming the system here.
All right, that's better.
That's a little better.
That's better, yeah. See, that's why you guys got to keep
You have
me
to
straight.
remember, my character's stats are very baseline, except for 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I said Arcana sorcerer.
Warlock.
Whatever.
So I use charisma.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that doesn't help.
Cool. Yeah, you gather the thoughts of the spell, and you're able to comprehend it, understand how to cast it.
I mean, not my normal thing using spell scrolls and
No,
stuff.
it's not, but it's it's doable. You're like, yeah, I can make this happen.
Might need to bring matches in if he's here by then.
Yeah. What else? Anything else y'all wanted to do this evening? There's one more thing I have on the list to make sure that happens in this session.
Okay.
We want to make sure that you guys are done with the day.
I think so.
You Toox and Veil head back to the town with Brother Tom and Mother Sushin back to the temple. You settle in for the night. And as has happened before, Toox, as you drift off kind of into your nightly ritual of rest, you hear a call from the Raven Queen. And you close your eyes and focus. You hear her call out to you, "Come and visit. Come see me soon. Come see me now. Follow my tune." And sure enough, you were pulled kind of out of where you are into the Shadow Realm to visit with the Raven Queen. She stands outside the gates and she tells you that, she says, "Toox, I wanted to let you know that the princess is on a most important mission. Should she return, she shall be ready to join you and the others. She has gone to fight in the War of the Gods."
Mylar?
Yes, he has begun an assault, and we are trying to defend ourselves, light, dark, chaos, and order, against this disruption of power. She has gone to fight against his forces. Should she return, she shall have proven herself worthy, and I will call you back to take her. Back to her world, back to her people, and back to the fight there. Of course, with the gifts of here.
Do you know if Mylar has brought his hand down on our enemies in my world?
Not sure
Or
where he
Placed
resides
his
yet.
touch. You know what I'm saying?
We
We've
know
heard of him there, but not seen anything of his followers or anything.
Yes, we know that he has begun to influence the material plane. We're not sure exactly where or who, but his influence has reached the material plane. You should be vigilant and keep an eye for his symbol, the claw.
Yeah.
It comes in two forms, a bloody human hand or a cat paw. So be vigilant, and please, if you see it, let me know.
Will do.
Is there anything that you need of me? I hear you've been asked a task. I know it's unusual for you to do.
Yeah, unusual, but I mean, it is for a friend, I guess you'd call. So I'll do my best to help them. It doesn't seem to interfere with ours. I question the forcing where we have a choice, but that is their way.
Yes, it is a strange way, but everyone walks their own path through the light and the dark. You can use your own abilities to enhance their spell, and give it your own touch, if you will. Perhaps add something of us, of ours. Yes, I think that would be quite fitting. It would also be a strong sign to Malar not to interfere in the ways that we are united against him. Perhaps, yes, perhaps.
Yeah.
Take this with you, and it shall help guide you. You will know when it is time to set it free. A raven screeches from the sky and comes and lands on your shoulder. It's a very large raven. Use this as a messenger between us. You will not have to travel here. Should you need me, send a message.
Well, I will.
And with that, she kind of dissipates, and you end up back in the prime material with this raven kind of hopping around on the ground at your feet, pecking the ground, looks at you and caws.
You want to go out for the night? And I kind of open the door or whatever I'm
Yeah, the little
saying.
window right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And it hops up on the window ledge, and you swear through the caws that it says thank you in common. And it just sits on the perch outside the window and stares into the night.
Well, that will be a fun one to explain in the morning.
Yep. All right. Cool. I think that's it. You've got a week until, well, about 5 days now until the turning, and then the meeting is probably a couple days after that.
Okay.
So, a couple of big events happening back to back. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was the premiere of season 3. Yes, we're still level 10. Still level 10. 2 thumbs up.
Or are we?
Yes, you are still level 10 for now. But this was a great recap episode. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us, everybody. Thanks also to Two Wolf, RB, and LK for playing their roles tonight. Great job, as always. Some wonderful role players here on United Adventure Company. Don't forget, folks, if you're watching this and you want to help support the channel, just go down in the description below. Click the links to our Patreon page, our merch store, and then join the Discord. Tell us what you like about our show, and join us in conversation about the characters and the story. That's going to do it for us for tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 2 of season 3. Next week, we'll be bringing back Rise of Tiamat. We've been on a little hiatus as one of our players has been out of out of town on a family vacation, but they are back now, and we're going to be bringing that one back to you next week. And then, as we conclude that, we're going to kick off something a little different. On the alternating Saturday nights, we're going to be playing some Call of Cthulhu. So, yeah, something a little different. It should be tons of fun. And so stay tuned for all the fun stuff in the fall. It's our fall season kickoff. So glad that you could be here with us. Thanks so much, everyone. We're the United Adventure Company. This is Welcome Home. And until next time, we love you all to pieces. So many pieces. But it's time for us to go. So until next time, folks, stay out of our dungeons. Good night, everybody.